there isn't really anything particularly extraordinary about this concept in this video. I have been experimenting with concept decorations, and pretty much revolves around changing the structure of mobs in-game. You can download this resource pack in the description of this video, because I know a lot of you will be asking for it, and I've got 9 more that I want to share with you. Some of them already exist, you can see some of them in the water, but here are some of the more radical examples. So here is a polar bear, and the cool thing about this one is, I'm going to throw this one down, I'm going to summon a baby one here. The cool thing about the polar bear here is that it's one of the very few mobs where the body is segmented into 3 parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen, or thereabouts. So what I did with this one is I completely removed the lower half of the body, which includes the hind legs, and now it's basically just half of the mob. So they basically are missing a behind, and they have 2 legs only. So I really like this one. Here is a cow, and originally I wanted to keep just the udder, this thing, but I couldn't really get it to work. So all I did was I got rid of the body and got rid of the legs, and you can see this from behind it, that really sticks out. So the llamas here, you may remember if you've been watching the channel for a while, I really like the nose of the llama. It looks like a face. So I essentially just got rid of the entire body, and I highlighted the fact that it has a little face as its nose. Sheep and pig. The pig, I really wanted to remove these legs, but I think they're all the same, so I couldn't really do that. And here is a sheep where I did not shear this sheep, so that gives you some information there. And the chickens, I just kept the face. Okay, so here is an iron golem. I removed his arms. So they look kind of dorky now. So what I have here, a ghast. You can probably imagine what I did with the ghast. Where's the ghast? There's the ghast. Completely remove the cubic structure of the ghast, and now it's just the tentacles flying around. Here's a silverfish without any hair. So it's essentially just an insect without... It's basically the bare bones of the insect. Okay, so spider. This is the one which really sparked this whole idea. So originally I wanted to make ant venom in Minecraft using a spider, but I wanted to remove only some of the legs, but I realized that I couldn't, and all the legs are using the same texture. So I removed a single leg texture, and it comes out as a dumbbell, and that essentially sparked this idea. So I did this with the spider, and also did this with the turtle. Alright, so now I'm in the water, and you can see that this is an Elder Guardian without the body. Now this almost creates an entirely new entity structure and behavior. Now this is kind of what I wanted to talk about first, but I didn't really do that because I wanted to share with you just some of the examples. But by doing this, by removing some of the body, you can actually create an entirely new mob. Now, you cannot actually restructure mobs right now. You can't remodel mobs. So the best way, or the only way you can do this, is by removing textures. And the great thing about that is they don't reveal any transparency problems. Here is a dolphin, and the dolphin doesn't have its fins or whatever. It's just a... looks like a torpedo, someone said from Twitter. That's a squid, I think. Yep, so the squid, again, first thing that came to my mind, similar effect, comparing that to... Well, comparing that to the ghast, I think you can get the idea there. Zombie, missing its head, and I think the other zombies that I did the same thing. So you can check out the witch. Actually, no, not the witch. The husk, the stray, the skeletons. You can check them all out. But essentially, what I did with these is I just removed the head. Bat looks really funny without the wings. Okay, I shouldn't have done that, but without the wings, a bat just looks like it's floating and hovering around. So that's pretty cute. Elder Guardian I've already shown you. And here's the Phantom. I love the Phantom. Again, looks like an entirely new mob. It's just a skeleton now. Removes the wing issue. A lot of the textures on the wings of the Phantom are completely broken. So without the wings, they kind of look pretty cool. They look like a spearhead. And that in itself can create an entirely different mob if you want to use commands to do so. But it will still have the trail of particles. That might be a problem. But then again, this just looks pretty unique in its own right. Just a couple more examples that I did. This took me about a couple hours as well. So it did take some time. I did have to locate what all the textures did and well, the parts of the model that correlate to the textures. So that's why it took some time. But here's the Ender Dragon. And here is the... Actually, if I still have it... Whoops. And here is the wither. So just the 3 heads. So I had a lot of fun doing this. You can actually tell that I did spend a bit of time, even though it's not really a command concept. I did spend some time making sure that it made some sense, the retexturing, and has some inside jokes that if you guys have been watching the live streams, you'd be well aware of. This is not exactly related to map making, but it is sort of in some respects, because by removing some of the textures, you can actually create an entirely new mob, or just make it completely unrecognizable, or deliver a completely different concept. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, got some bit of a laugh out of it. Some of them are pretty funny, and you guys seem to like them from Twitter, so I've decided why not spend some time redesigning some mobs and just see what I can do. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe for more creative content, and leave your suggestions for silly concepts like this in the comment section of this video. Take care.